Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Idiots Review. I'm Caleb.
I'm Hannah, and we are continuing our Dark Knight trilogy,
Even though the
which we
first one was
started
posted,
like
4 months ago.
months and months and months ago. But we are watching The Dark Knight. I have never seen The Dark Knight, which
So it's her first time watching. But I've seen this movie before.
yeah, so this will be my first time watching it. I'm excited to watch it, but at the same time, it's like I know all the hype around it, so I'm trying not to let that get into my head about like this has to be like the greatest movie of all time, and like, he's the best Joker, and maybe I think
But it's
not.
always better to just kind of go in with a level head and
Yeah, well, and I think not seeing this movie has always made me a little more open-minded to all the other like Joker castings because I'm just like everybody's like, oh, nobody can do it like Heath Ledger, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Like I've never seen it, so
now you'll never be able to look at another Joker the same way.
maybe. I'm like, I don't know.
Like Jared Leto, man.
I mean, I didn't mind his Joker, to be honest. So I mean, it wasn't like amazing, but like I thought his Joker was fine. Like, and I still haven't seen the Joker movie, so I don't know what Joaquin Phoenix is doing. But
Yeah, I mean, we should add that to the
yeah,
list.
we should add that to the list.
So if you want to watch us do a reaction to the Joker movie,
Let us
let us know in the comments below.
know. But yeah, so here we go. Dark Knight, 2.5 hours long. All right, let's
2.5 hours of art.
That's true. This is cinema. What is this, Daylight? This is a Batman movie. How dare you?
Oh, this is a Superman cameo, really quick.
He's all, hey, and then like he
You
leaves.
see like him and Zod go flying through the window right now. Like, oh, it's part of that universe.
He's like, oh, is that what's happening? Everybody should always be wary of people
With creepy clown masks.
who are just walking around with holding a clown mask. I'm sorry, if I saw somebody in the street holding a clown mask, I'd be like, something's going down, guys.
Is it a problem? No, I'm done here.
Okay. That guy was expendable, apparently. Oh, jeez.
Here, hold this grenade for me, please.
Pretty sure I'd have a panic attack and pass out. My grenade would just go flying. Good grief. That's a gun to have, like, at your desk.
Same one I have under my pillow.
Funny, you told me something similar. No, no!
I assume that's the Joker. But just,
Who, him?
yeah, the guy that keeps, like, killing everybody.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you
Yeah.
stranger.
The frick? Is that Val Kilmer and George Clooney?
Mm-hmm. This is into the Batverse.
Don't let me find you out here again.
We're trying to help you.
I don't need help.
Not my bag.
So we're like fake Batman's just like following him, or like?
What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
More copycats last night, Alfred, with guns.
Why don't you hide them and take the weekend off?
Exactly what I had in mind right now.
Harvey, I know these briefs backwards.
Well, fair's fair.
It's like it's so weird that I'm like, that's not Katie Holmes. Like,
Going to see your leads.
And Mr. Wayne, and expressing our own excitement.
I need a new suit.
Yeah, 3 buttons is a little 90s, Mr. Wayne.
Fashion, Mr. Fox, so much is function.
Famous Bruce Wayne. Rachel's told me everything about you.
I certainly hope not.
I'm not sure that they'll let us.
Oh, they...
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
is that where that quote? I've heard that quote before. And I was like, I didn't know that this is the movie that it came from.
Yep.
One fundraiser with my pals. You'll never need another cent.
Sheesh, you throw me a
I know. I was like, can I get a fundraiser? Let's get a Two Idiots Review, some new tech.
I know, right?
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. it's gone. Oh, and by the way, the silver.
He's like, it's
He's
not
all-
a trick.
You ought to know.
He's like,
you
I'm stealing
bought
that, by the way.
Enough from the clown.
Let's not blow. It's not proportion.
You think you can steal from us and just walk away?
Yeah.
I'm putting the word on. $500,000 for this clown dead. $1 million alive.
Service. More flexibility. It'll be lighter, faster, more agile.
Fuck.
Perhaps you should read the instructions first.
He just like killed himself right there. He's like, oh.
More vulnerable to lies.
You wanna know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. Gets the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. He takes the knife to her, laughing while he does it. Why so serious? He comes at me with the knife, sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face.
I haven't seen the movie, but I do know some of these lines. You want to know I got these scars? And the pencil one. And
There's only one spot open right
On you. And those criminals are
Back on the streets, followed swiftly by you and me.
holy.
I didn't need a heart attack right now, but... Oh, they killed Batman.
And the Joker.
Yeah, I know. How unfortunate.
Oh, shush. Oh, you think Batman's made Gotham a better place? I'm a man of my word.
Got the laugh.
What time? You've known her whole life.
Oh, not yet.
Any psychotic ex-boyfriends I should be aware of?
Oh, you have no idea.
He's my favorite Alfred.
Yeah, he's...
I mean, I like the ones from the Michael Keaton.
That one was fun.
One as
I
well,
actually
but-
liked Jeremy Irons. I wish they would have given him a little more to do, but from the Bat flick.
Harvey.
It's someone else, isn't it? Harvey. Just tell me it's not Wayne. The guy's a complete...
Maybe he didn't drink anything.
You know where Harvey is? You know who he is?
He's got to keep his mind sharp. That was
Just doing it for
Maura.
show.
Yeah.
Thank God you've got a panic room.
Can't wait. You know, I'll settle for his loved ones. Well, hello, beautiful. You must be Harvey's squeeze. Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars?
No, it's the knife.
So I had a wife, beautiful, like you, who tells me I ought to smile more. One day they carve her face. We have no money for surgeries. I stick a razor in my mouth and do this. She can't stand the sight of me.
Well, now I'm confused. He's telling so many stories about how he got the scarf.
Now I'm always smiling. Little fight now. I like that.
He's like, I was just waiting for the right time for her to sneak in with a line.
Adds for a little mystery to the Joker character, and they keep changing his backstory.
Like, I was like, oh dang, that's how he got it. And then like, oh no, now it's this.
Both of them are pretty tragic.
Oh, that's a fun.
I want one of those.
Let her go.
Okay.
Very poor choice of words.
Poor choice of words.
And I were working for the local government. They were trying to buy the loyalty of tribal
I do like that
leaders
suit.
by bribing them with precious stones.
Alfred's
Their
not good.
caravans were being raided in the forest, not for Rangoon, by a bandit. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
It's a pretty good line.
Don't tell me you didn't recognize your baby out there pancaking cop cars on the evening news. I want $10 million a year for the rest of my life.
Is secretly a vigilante, who spends his nights beating criminals to a pulp with his bare hands. And your plan is to blackmail this person?
He's like, good point. He's like, that's a valid point.
Keep that.
Like, you really didn't think that through, did you? Nobody noticed a guy with giant scars on his face? Like,
Tell me what you know about the Joker.
I was like, I saw it before you saw it. I was like, oh, wait.
From one professional to another. If you're trying to scare somebody, pick up at a spot from this height. Foe wouldn't kill me.
I'm counting on it.
Oh! I mean, if he landed on his head, it could kill you.
that's why you, like, dropped him off the way you did.
Today I found out what Batman can't do. He can't endure this. Today you get to say I told you so.
Today, I don't want to. What I did bloody tell you.
Well, you're gonna lock me up as well. For two reasons. Firstly, to assure the citizens of Gotham that everything that can
That lady was not having it.
So be it. Take the Batman into custody.
Like, what?
I am the Batman.
Like, Batman doesn't have a big cleft in his chin. Like, come on. Well.
Like, do the voice. Do it.
He's like, oh.
You little rascal. I gotta stop cracking my knuckles because I do it right by the microphone. So it's like,
These things are built for that, right?
He's gonna need something a lot bigger to get through this.
He's like, well, I got something bigger.
Bazooka?
blocked it. When you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
It's true.
Goodbye.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, that bike is pretty cool too.
I mean, I would take a cyber bike. Come on, Elon, let's get on that. Kind of looks like the Cybertruck. But with
oh, like
a
the
motorcycle
Cybertruck
form.
gonna come with a little bike that.
That would be something.
Like, I didn't mean to.
One kid was smiling. I think that was Joffrey.
Okay, that's not good.
If they had a bike like that, I would strongly consider getting a motorcycle. Especially to get like a maneuver like that. Like, I mean, look at those tires, man. I don't think they're like so.
That's why I was like, the tires are like so fat.
Like, you're not like falling off that thing. Like, it'd be like impossible to like even like rock it over. And if it comes with like the machine guns on the front, like.
That's just a bonus.
If it can do that for sharp turns.
I mean. He missed.
Me getting out of bed in the morning.
I mean.
I mean, seriously, me getting out of bed in the morning.
That was me like last week when I fell. That's exactly what I look like. Like, I'm up. Nope, I'm going down.
He was like a little like potato peeler.
Hey, man.
Oh, that would hurt.
You don't have any say in the matter, Commissioner Gordon.
He's like, oh, great, now I'm definitely gonna die.
didn't disappoint. Those mob fools want you gone so they can get back to the way things were. But I know the truth. There's no going back.
And why do you want to kill me?
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. You complete me.
You're garbage who kills for money.
Don't talk like one of them. You're not. To them, you're just a freak. Like me. They need you right now. When they don't, they'll cast you out. Like a leper. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Understand.
You have all these rules, and you think they'll save you. The only sensible way to live in this world is without rules. And tonight, you're gonna break your one rule.
I'm considering it.
No. Look at you go. What does Harvey know about you and his little bunny? Where are they? Killing is making a choice. Where are they? Or is Russian right to be? You have nothing to threaten me with.
He starts laughing after like bashing his face in. Like it's not working.
I want my phone call.
He's like, yeah, you don't get a phone call.
Have I killed?
You killed 6 of my friends.
My insides hurt. What do you want? I just want my phone call. Is that a phone?
You guys are so stupid. I knew that though. That's what I knew. Like I knew that was coming.
That must hurt like so bad.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. No, you're not.
I mean that's
Not yet.
that's a Two-Face.
That's just horrifying to look at.
That's I mean, props on the CGI makeup people. Like obviously there's some CGI. He's not missing a cheek.
Well, it's all practical. Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I guess they could just kind of
cut they cut his cheek open and he had skin graft.
But
after,
yeah,
fine.
no, that looked pretty good.
Man of my word.
Yeah, that looks fun. That could have been us if we won the lottery.
He's Scrooge McDuck.
That could have been us if we won the lottery.
20 minutes. I want auxiliary units to cover all parts.
Tell your men they work for me now. This is my city. Why don't we cut you up into little pieces and feed you to your pooches? And then we'll see how loyal a hungry dog really is. It's not about money. It's about sending
Going all Sansa on him, sticking his dogs on him.
everything burns.
Will you be wanting to back punch her?
Middle of the day, Alfred? Not very subtle.
The Lamborghini then? Much more subtle.
I mean, the amazing thing about the Joker is that he's no real threat, like, physically. He just plays all these games with people.
They're trying to kill me. Well, maybe Batman could save me.
Just once in a Batman movie, I would like one of the Batmans to say, "Do you want to know my secret identity?" Just once.
In a flirting manner when he's talking to her.
Yeah.
So, you want to know my secret identity?
And
because I'm Batman!
For anybody not understanding, go watch Super Cafe from How It Should Have Ended. Ugh, the eye is like a little too well done because it kind of grosses me out.
Me saying hi to people I don't know.
You know, your man, your plan. Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things. Hmm? You know what I noticed? Nobody panics when things go according to plan. Even if the plan is horrifying, because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds. You live. You die. Now we're talking.
I mean, him in that nursing outfit.
I know.
Should have like fishnet stockings. He could have been like a sexy nurse.
It's all a short skirt, like.
Oh, why can't I have that for work? Like, I want that many monitors.
Oh, no, thank you.
This is too much power for one person.
That's why I gave it to you.
He's like, I don't want it.
I know.
30 million people. This is part of my job description.
He's not.
Who?
Your driver.
Just casually put the seatbelt on.
I want everybody to put their votes on this.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what happened to the old just raise your hand? I mean, I guess that's more, you know, less anonymous, I guess. But
Yeah,
if you're,
you're just like, that person wants us to die.
But if you're gonna vote to kill the people on the other boat, I feel like people should know that you're voting for that.
Another SWAT team on the roof.
It's an interesting shots.
Barbara, calm down.
I've definitely seen parts of this whole fight scene. I don't know where and I don't know why, but
They made their choices. They chose to murder and steal.
well, now you're choosing to murder.
For us to have to die too.
Give it to me, and I'll do what you should have did 10 minutes ago.
I'd be like, you do know that they also haven't killed us either. I mean, I know like the time is coming up where it's like.
Or he's just gonna.
Oh. That dude. All the guards were like, but I'm not
like, we're innocent.
I took.
Some honor among thieves.
Always will miss the fireworks. Here we go.
What were you trying to prove? That deep down, everyone's as ugly as you. You're alone.
Speaking of which, you know how I got these scars?
No. But I know how you got these.
And I won't kill you. Because you're just too much fun. I think you and I are destined to do this forever. I took Gotham's White Knight, and I brought him down to our level. It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Well, you're about to know what that feels like, Gordon.
It's cool that like the shadow
Then
is like blocking
look
off
me
that
in
part
the
of his
eye
face.
and tell me you're sorry.
Damn it, will you stop pointing that gun at my family?
We have a winner. You don't want to hurt the boy, Harvey.
It's not about what I want. It's about what's fair! You thought we could be decent men in an indecent time.
You're the one pointing the gun, Harvey. So point it at the people responsible. Fair enough.
Sounds like, oh crap. Stop making me look at his eye.
It's like he's never gonna be ready for this.
Yeah, it's like,
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves. I'm not the one he needs right now.
Super cafe flashback. Ah, they said it.
They said it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good. Like, there's no denying that. And I do like a lot of the things that Heath Ledger chose to do as, like, the Joker. Like, a lot of, like, his tics, his, like, the licking that he always, his lips that he always does.
Which I heard part of that was because, like, the prosthetics on his face were, like... drying out his lips and, like, his face and stuff, so that's also part of why he was doing it. I think it was, you know, something where they're like, we want to kind of keep that in because it is disturbing looking, but I don't think it was something where he's like, I'm purposely going to be, like, licking my lips. It was
but,
just part of the...
I feel like it still could have, you know, who knows, like,
it's all
really.
just part of the process.
But I did like, yeah, some of, like, his tics, like I said, that, and I do like that he's like, oh no, I got these scars.
And then just keeps changing.
Just keeps changing.
Because then I'm like, I don't know what his true backstory
I
was.
know.
Because, you know, like that, you know, that definitely added like a nice layer to his character. Because
And then he
you're
didn't
like,
die, right? So like...
No, because this could be
I guess you can't because Heath Ledger's gone. But
yeah,
I was
like,
Batman 4.
I was like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had plans on the Joker being in the third movie.
Oh, really? And then they changed it to Bane or something? Or he was
he was supposed to be part of it because he was going to be locked up in you know, Arkham Asylum or whatever, and during the third movie they released everybody from Arkham Asylum, so the Joker was going to be released, and like there was going to be scenes, I don't know how big of a role he was going to have, but there was plans on having him be a part of that whole story and movie, and then, you know, unfortunately due to his death they had to, you know, obviously not
change that. Yeah.
And they're like, we're not going to recast him. That would have been the worst decision they could have made.
You could not do that. Like
that would have been the absolute worst decision they would have made.
Yeah. Like,
and then I heard that Harley Quinn was also supposed to be in it with the Joker in that third movie.
Okay, kind of setting up like a future something with them being...
I mean, maybe, but I mean, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what their full plans were, but that's what I've heard. I don't know. You know, I could be completely wrong, and I could just be lying right now, but that's what I've heard.
I mean, Christian Bale said recently in an interview that he would do Batman again, but only if Christopher Nolan was involved. And I'm like,
okay, let's make a Bat-first movie. Like, let's
let's
bring everybody together and have Christopher Nolan be the director. Like,
he can write it, direct it, and do whatever the crap he wants. Like
that movie would make
so much money.
That movie would make...
Could you imagine if they had all of the Batman?
that would be... That's a $2 billion movie right
there.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
100%.
Like, come on, Hollywood. Like, what do you... Like, Warner Brothers, what are you doing?
When you hear people say stuff like that, you gotta act on it. George Clooney might be the holdout, but I think that the others could convince him.
Well, but George Clooney's supposed to be the same one as... Michael Keaton, so I feel like just having Michael Keaton is
no way. I mean, I know Val Kilmer's had like some health issues, but I always liked Val Kilmer's Batman.
I mean, it's not necessarily that I don't like them, but they're supposed to be the same incarnation, so it'd be weird having them all show up when it's really just supposed to be the same character.
But then you got Pattinson, his Batman.
You have the one from the show, from Gotham.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, Adam West is gone though.
No, not Adam West. I mean, that would have been amazing. But
man, could you imagine?
I mean, that's a $2 billion movie.
That would have been freaking dope.
Warner Brothers, I only expect a 1% commission from this, but I just made your studio $2 billion.
I mean, it would have been even, if all the if everybody was like still here and like could participate.
Even if even with the ones that are left or whatever, it's like if you got Keaton, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, I feel like just having those four, I mean, would be enough. But if you wanted to get like George Clooney and the kids from Gotham, and really kind of bring it in. I was like, that those would just be extras. I felt like they should have a smaller role, but.
Yeah, I mean the guy that voiced the animated version, he was in the Arrow, like the big crossover.
Oh yeah, I mean the animated. You can have the animated guy in there.
He should be animated.
That'd be weird. Just like a CGI. He's not fully real, but he looks real enough.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're not even talking about that. I know. We're just making Warner Brothers a couple of $1 billion.
If you want to make another couple billion, get Henry Cavill in a Superman movie. But yeah, no, I mean, I can definitely see why people are like, it's like Heath Ledger like set the bar, and then it's like everybody else is just kind of like, whatever. Although I do have to say that Jack Nicholson does hold a special place in my heart as the first Joker that I ever saw.
You can't really do it to its full potential now, but another like $2, maybe $3 billion movie would be a Jokerverse if they could have had Heath Ledger in it. Like,
yeah, if Heath Ledger was still around, I mean that would be awesome. Pull Jack Nicholson out of retirement and just be like, guess what, guys?
Yep, because you put makeup on him, and then it'd be even easier to like de-age him if you wanted him to be like that age of that movie. Like all they put makeup on him, and that would mask up some of the CGI they have to do to get rid of the wrinkles and stuff. And
you can have like Joaquin Phoenix and
there was
Mark
also
Hamill
also a Joker from the Gotham series.
Oh yeah, that dude was good. Yeah.
And there was, Mark Hamill. Anyways, we're getting
off onto another tangent. But yeah, so like I said, like I could see why people are like, nobody's gonna do it as good as Ledger. I mean, part of it is that he had a really good script, and like, no Joker in a Batman movie. I'm gonna put it that because I haven't seen the Joker movie, so I can't say like no Joker script has ever been. But I'm like, the Joker scripts, the Joker parts in some of these movies just haven't I just feel like they could be better. Like the writing could have been better for them.
They kind of made like Jack Nicholson a little bit more jokey and like cutesy, whereas this one was very darker and demented and like,
he was just out. He didn't. He wasn't like they showed in the movies that he wasn't out for money. He was just wanted to create chaos.
I just love having fun with people and just messing with people and.
So I mean, but Ledger, he does. I mean, that was just a really good version of the Joker. Like, there's no way around that. And, Christian Bale is Batman. Nobody's going to top Michael Caine as Alfred.
No, I mean, this
like I said, I liked Jeremy Irons in, the Batfleck movies. But
stop calling it that. Batfleck movies.
But Michael Caine, his was like super sassy.
we do love a good sassy butler.
But yeah, so no, I'm glad I finally have seen it. The third one makes a little more sense. Because when the third one starts, I'm always like. Because I think I asked, like, okay, so what do I need to know? And you're like, Harvey Dent is dead.
Because this was like she saw the third one back in theaters when it was in theaters, and that was because like I texted her and was like, I'm gonna go see the new Batman movie. Like, you wanna come with me? And she was like, okay. Yeah. Then when we got there, she's like, okay, so what do I need to know about the second one? I was like, you haven't seen the second one?
He's like, okay, Harvey Dent died, but like he killed some people, but they're blaming it on Batman, and I was just like, which I had completely forgotten that part when I saw this.
Yeah, because that was 10 years ago.
Well, but I've probably only seen The Dark Knight Rises once or twice, probably.
I was like, I didn't know you had seen the Dark Knight Rises more than the time you saw it in theater.
I think I have, but maybe I haven't. It's been a very long time.
I know you've seen Batman Begins
a bunch
of times because we had watched through all the like old Batman movies, and then we got to Batman Begins and watched that, and then we just stopped.
Because I hadn't seen the second one.
But that wasn't even for like our channel or anything. That was just like 5 years ago, and then all of a sudden, like we got to Batman Begins, watched that, and then like, all right, the next one's The Dark Knight, and then all of a sudden we just stopped.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, it was, definitely the fight. There was like a lot of like cool shots that I liked. I liked seeing through the eyes, sonar. And seeing like the sonar. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, no. I mean, good movie. Like, that's all.
In conclusion,
it was a good movie. It's probably one that, like, when we go and watch through, it's like, obviously, you know, we're gonna watch, but it's not one that I'll probably, just because it's long. Like, honestly, that's why I haven't watched, like, a lot of movies over again, because I'm just like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's why I haven't seen Dune yet, because that one's like 2.5 hours.
It's like, yeah, 2.5 to go. But just like any movie, superhero, non-superhero, like, I see them, and then, like, it's really hard for me to, like, just be like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down for 3 hours and watch a movie at home.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because I'll watch a 10-hour show on Netflix, but I can't watch all in one day. But I won't watch a 3-hour movie.
Which is why there's like that meme where it's like, you want to sit down and watch a 10-hour movie, and they're like, no, and like, well, how about if I split it up into a bunch of episodes and you just watch it all in one day? And they're like,
okay, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it is. I know, it's like, we'll watch Stranger Things like all in one day.
We literally watched the entire season 3 of Stranger Things in one day.
But I was like, no, I can't watch a 2.5-hour movie. I don't know, doesn't make sense, but you know, that's life.
And it's all we have.
But, you know, I mean, it'll probably be one where, like, I split up, like, I'll watch and start it and then be like, okay, I'm gonna come back. Unless I said, like, again, unless we're watching through them, and then, but
I mean, this one's definitely my favorite of the trilogy. Like,
oh yeah,
this one is just, it's just good. Like, there's no.
I mean, before this, I was like, no, the first one, because I hadn't seen this one, so I was like, the first one is like way better. And I still like the first one.
I mean, I still like the first one too. I mean, you know, Liam Neeson as the villain, like, he's a great actor, but I mean, the Joker is just the Joker. You know, like,
well, and the hard thing for me in this one is seeing Maggie Gyllenhaal playing Rachel instead of Katie Holmes. Regardless of who's the better actor or who you think is the better actor, like, whatever, it's really, like, weird when they recast.
Yeah, when you recast main people, it just kind of pulls you out of it a little bit. Yeah. And then you're like, there's the continuity is kind of disrupted.
So especially in the beginning, it was hard for me to just be like, okay, that's Rachel. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like Maggie Gyllenhaal as an actor. So, you know, it's not like anything towards her, you know, specifically. It was just weird to see somebody else playing the character that I've, you know, seen a bunch of times. I've seen Batman Begins quite a few times. But yeah, so yeah, I wish, I mean, even though we got to see Harvey Dent kind of play, you know, be like, you know, evil for like a little bit, I still think I would have liked to have seen him kind of
come back.
You
could have been in the third one.
I mean, the way they wrapped it up, I mean, it made sense for, like, his arc in this movie, but, like, if they had brought him back in the third one, like, that would have been kind of cool. But, you know, because I did actually, at first I was like, I don't know, he's no Tommy Lee Jones, but, which is just, like, that version is just, like, such a cartoony version. That whole movie, it's like, you know, but I still love Batman Forever, I gotta say. Anyways.
I just want to end with, I would say that my favorite scene for this movie was the Batman Joker interrogation scene. Like, I just feel like that kind of interaction and dialogue between them is like, it's like the perfect scene.
I don't know what my favorite scene would be. I don't know. And I'm not even going to sit here and just, like, sit here for 15 minutes.
10 minutes later.
I know. I'm like, but yeah, so.
I'll just do a funny little fast forward montage as you're thinking about it. I'm like sitting
there
like cleaning and like.
Meme pops up.
I'm just like cleaning and doing random stuff, like being fast forwarded around, and you're just like.
But yeah, if I think of one, I'll put it in the comments on this video. But yeah, so let us know what you guys thought of the movie, of our watch through. Sorry if my mind wasn't, like, blown. I did know a lot about this movie coming in.
Years and years and years later, I mean, you know, you hear
so like I said, I knew Harvey died, I knew Rachel died, I knew, like, some of the more famous lines, like, those I've heard over the years.
In memes and
all, yeah, so it's like, I wasn't like, oh, when Gordon died, I wasn't like, oh man, I was, like, super sad. I was like, no, I know he's in the third one. So yeah, that kind of takes away some of, like, the impact that it could have had.
You should have watched it, like, 12 years ago.
I mean, 12. This came out in, like, 2008 or something. Like,
yeah, well, I don't know. However long ago that is. I don't know. We're in 2015 right now, right?
more than like 1998 in my mind. But yeah, so yeah, let us know what you guys thought. The Dark Knight Rises, even though we've seen it, we are reacting to it. That'll be the next one. We're going to close out this trilogy. Hopefully it won't be like 5 months after this one. And then we'll, move on to the next movie or trilogy or whatever. Let us know any movies or things that you want us to watch. And we've rambled on long enough. I know you haven't stayed on this long.
I know. There's nobody else right now. This is just a dead channel right now.
But yeah, so if for some reason you made it this long, thank you for watching.